Hello there, one and all. You know who I am, ETTemplar, Supreme Misfit, Professional Dipshit. And before we get into the video, special thank you to the fleet captains who support this channel. Special thank you to people like you in the community who engage and quite literally make my life better and uplift me at the worst moments of my life. Thank you guys. So today's video is about kind of Gamergator related stuff. So this first one is, let's give Concord a chance. So the reason why Overwatch is so successful is mainly the not safe for work porn parodies and spin-offs and animations. That's really, I mean, if you're a degenerate gooner, that's why Overwatch is successful. But the game was kind of fun for a while till it like bent knee to the MLG like crowd and ruined it. Just like Call of Duty and every other game, these MLG pro players fucking ruin it, rebalance the games, and they ruin games. But Overwatch also had a variety of characters. Trollborn was my favorite when I played the game. I don't play that piece of shit anymore, but Trollborn, and there's just a variety of casts and characters people like to play for various reasons. Okay, some people like their specials, their ultimates, and the way how they attack, and so on and so forth. It was a big hit game. So whatever game company's behind this disastrous piece of shit, and this article or this thing from the Gamer says, let's give Concord a chance, which is like if you took Overwatch and forced it to smoke crack. That's what you would get. The gameplay is kind of Overwatch clone. They tried to have different interesting characters like a hero shooter like Overwatch, but it failed badly. They're all ugly and disgusting. No one can find a reason why to like any of these characters. You know, it's like even with Mortal Kombat, how they kind of went the you know, desexualization route. They're still, I mean, Mommy Melina is still pretty thick and nice to look at. So with these DEI and companies, games, Sweet Baby Inc., games like this, and games like Dustborn, they front load the release of their games by saying shit like this. If you don't like this game, you're Nazi, racist, fascist, homophobe, transphobe, racist, white, I said racist twice, white nationalist, white devil cowboy. Yeehaw! Right? So, of course, if you don't like it, if you have a dissenting opinion, you don't like how the gameplay looks, the art design, or literally anything about it, you get lumped and put in a group of Gamergators and disgusting incels that hate women, and they're destroying video games, right? So, when you do stuff like this, when you don't have appealing characters, or at least characters that are interesting enough, your game's gonna fucking fail. And none of that, if you accuse the majority of gamers, which, let's be fair, is white males here, as being this litany of things, we're gonna tell you to eat shit and fuck off, and we're not gonna buy your product. I think Dustborn, which is another trash fire, just opened up to a whopping peak 82 players. It was 76 last time I checked. 76 players. And of course, this was a big DEI Sweet Baby game that you can literally call. There's literally a button in the game that you can hit a button to call someone racist. Because that's going to be appealing for, you know, the majority of gamers that are white males. And again, that falls into the same trap of, you don't like our game. You love Adolf Hitler and you're Nazi fascist and you hate trans peoples and gays, right? Because it's, look, it's not about that. It's not about that gamers hate Asians, African Americans, or DI stuff. It's just we want a fun, entertaining game that's not front loaded with political bullshit. We like to have fun, and we're willing to set aside political indifference if the game's good, if you write the story good, if you design some nice things to look at. That's the simple mathematical equation. You could be the most communist piece of shit, like the company behind Black Myth Wukong, and people love it. They're eating it up. And even with that game, you have DEI, Sweet Baby Ray, and Wokey saying there's not enough diversity about a game about a mythical monkey god that's literally at war with heaven and ancient gods and titans. So these group of people love to interject Marxist, communist filth horseshit, and then they like to blame the main consumers of their media as hateful, racist, white devil cowboys, Nazis, transphobes, homophobes. But it's like you need to put forth a product that people want to play and that people like. you'd be surprised at the things people are willing to let slide if your game is good and actually entertaining without front loading it with political horseshit. But then again, these people have the brain, the brain mush, the brain rot with the brain worms, and they won't be able to produce a selling or successful game because the gameplay sucks, the character design shit. And there's a character in here that's a female character with a Tupperware bowl on her head. It's supposed to be a space helmet, but it looks like she's wearing a fucking Tupperware. It's stupid, ladies and gentlemen. So Concord is gonna go out like a wet fart. Don't play that game. Of course, that's a given. And of course, this is the best section of this video. Fans fear the Acolyte may be deleted entirely for a Disney tax write-off. So again, with this, you had the actor. She put out some kind of diss track where she's dancing in the ethnic part of town. Oh, it's fiction repo. It's a very cringe video. But again, with this, people who are original fans of the series called out some of the bullshit about it, some of the lore-breaking things about this series, and of course, what did they do? They reeled out that cart with the accusations. Transphobe. What does it call it when they hate? Misandry. Nazi. Transphobe. Homophobe. Bigot. Fascist. Trump supporter. White devil cowboy. And people went, you know what? All right. Since I am all these things and you're accusing me to be those things, then that shit ain't for me. I ain't watching it and I ain't paying for Disney Plus to watch your shit. And of course, Disney didn't do too well. Because, again, it was shittily written. There's characters in there no one liked. And again, Leslie Headland, this has to be parroted, was an assistant to Harvey Weinstein who forced women and probably men to have sex for roles in movies. So a movie that's produced, maybe written by Leslie Headland, who has connection to Harvey Weinstein, who's, admittedly, allegedly a rapist and forced himself on actors for roles, yeah. Just by that association, people didn't watch it either. The lightsaber fights sucked. They brought in cortosis, made it look stupid. And again, one of the characters in the movie got the role as a character in the movie because she was Leslie Headland's wife or life partner. And that's how she got put in the movie. So instead of writing good characters or characters that we like or characters we want to see, they allow nepotism to just, I don't mean anything by this. Let's throw this bitch in there just because she's wife to or life partner to the producer. So again, with this, we've already seen, and they are going to be blaming all white devil males, these white nationalist, misandry, transphobe, homophobe, racists that can't bear the sight of Asians and black women. It's like, if that was the case, then there's RoboCop that had the black sergeant in there. There's all kinds of characters that the gamer gators and these white nationalist transphobes, white devil cowboys actually like and enjoy. It's just weird how they can't make anything decent. DEI, wokies, social justice, if you want to succeed at your craft, strip away the political shit and actually write a character people like to see and don't smash it and smush it in people's face. I mean, every time a show like this, movie or game comes out, you're like the Three Stooges with the cream pie that you're sticking it in people's face. And you wonder why people don't want to support your shit. Well, that's why. Take a step back from your identity politics and your preaching to the choir for one fucking moment. Focus on writing a good story, and then it will succeed regardless of political affiliation or political view. And you might even get these white devil cowboys to watch your shit. Or these gamer gators, these terrorist incels, right? Which if I got paid $1 every time I got called that, I'd be a rich man. But this is doubly fucking funny because they might delete the whole series for a tax write-off. And we all know Disney's hurting pretty bad because they keep making Just dog shit after dog shit. You know what was a movie that was pretty good, Disney, that you could probably clean up on? Tron 2. Tron was fantastic. Like the movie? But, again, all this will fall on deaf ears, and they will continue to blame the terrorist incels, the Nazi bigots, transphobes, homophobes like us, even though we're the core audience, and they'll keep pandering to a 1 to 4% of the, the audience as a whole, and they'll keep failing and failing until they're out of the job and out of work, and then they'll be sitting there scratching, where did we go wrong? Well, where did you go wrong? You wrote a shitty show, you did shitty effects, you didn't think to do any choreography with the Acolyte, and your game or movie suck, and you didn't put in any appeal that appealed to the broader audience, whereas you just pandered to 1 to 3% of the global market and thought you were going to succeed just because you blew smoke up a certain group's ass. Or front hole, or back butt, front butt, whatever you want to call it. All right? That's why you failed. And more importantly, just make better games and make shit that's actually appealing to people. But with that, I love seeing these companies who are so self-righteous in their cause, and I love it when they ostracize and persecute gamers, these incel terrorists, and then they fall straight on their face into a big pile of shit. And there's nothing I love more than watching these people fail on their own hubris. You know, it's like the old saying go, you give someone enough pride like rope and they'll hang themselves with it. That's what this is. And this is going to continue to happen until these gaming companies and production companies finally realize and come around to, do we really want to keep virtue signaling about certain politics, or do we want to make some fucking money and actually make shit that's good? And it's going to come down to that, because I'm willing to bet my money on profitability and companies wanting to succeed versus you guys being virtue signaling F-slurs all the time. Anyways, my 2 cents on it. Hopefully you found this entertaining, kind of funny. But you know, it's true. And not only that, it's not just white incel gamers. It's gamers as a whole. There's even probably some women in there, I guess. And African Americans nation. So, but when you target the majority of your audience and sling insults and assumptions about them, yeah, they're going to tell you to fuck off. And they're going to encourage their other friends and family to tell you to fuck off. So, again, most of us, yeah, call us what you want. Call us incel terrorists. Call us Nazis, transphobes, homophobes, misandrists, chauvinists, white nationalists, Nazis, Klansmen, whatever you want. But at the end of the day, you're going to be losing money, bitch. So, anyways, that's that.